Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pro Wrestling Collision, Episode 7. I'm Kevin Huntsberger, joined by Jerome Cusson from Pro Wrestling Ponderings. Jerome, welcome once again and welcome back.
I'm back here again, and I'm with casual Kevin Huntsberger. No
That's
tie
right.
today. But we're here to talk about Bull Bronson, Shane Rich, a huge main event for tonight, plus a whole lot more. It's going to be a great night of action. Let's go to the ring.
Our opening contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Zakk Sawyer, representing Team Overkill, from Pleasureville, Kentucky, weighing 201 pounds, Matt Cage.
Matt Cage in the ring, or about to get into the ring, ready for some action here, accompanied, as always, by 1/3 of Team Overkill, Zakk Sawyer.
2 weeks ago, we saw that Matt Cage was having a little bit of trouble. He couldn't win the Pro Wrestling Collision Heavyweight title. Right now, he's ready for action, but right now, he's also ready to talk.
So I come to Carbondale, Illinois, and I always get what I want, except for tonight. Because I have to wrestle Farmer Billy Heels. I should be wrestling top flight competition because I am top flight. And instead, I get a cripple who can barely hobble his ass to the ring, and he thinks that he can beat me. He wants to be a main eventer. Well, let me tell you something, Farmer. Try as you might, but you could not be on my level even if you had my big nostrils. So let me do this. Come to the ring and let's see just how much you want to be a main event player.
Matt Cage essentially laying the challenge here, laying the smackdown before the match even starts. Jerome.
Using rather foul language while he's doing it. Matt Cage not happy about wrestling the Farmer here tonight. The crowd is very happy to see the Farmer.
Farmer, though, not in his ring attire.
Not sure what to make of this, Kevin. I mean, he looks very unhappy. Oh, no.
And he's limping.
Cut that garbage off! Cut it off! Cut it off! Look at you. Look at you hobbling. You're pathetic. Look at you. You are a pitiful, sorry excuse. You come out here in your streets looking like a busted hobo on a bad day. You want to be on my level? What are you even out here for? You're not even gear. Thought you came to wrestle, huh? Too coward to get in the ring? Give it to me.
You're right, Cage. I am hurt. All right. Yes, you are going to have a match. I promise you that. No, it's not against me. The first person I talked to whenever I got here, he was eager to accept the challenge and replace me against you. You want to take a wild guess who that is?
Your mama.
No. She's at home, but I bet you she'll be watching this butt whooping you're about to take. This man, he needs no introduction. Please hit his music and let him come on out right now.
Look at this, Jerome Cusson. It is Aaron Epic and Sugar Dunkerton. Aaron Epic accepting the challenge.
Aaron Epic wants revenge.
Accompanied by Sugar Dunkerton, representing KOA from Bayside, New York, weighing 202 pounds, Aaron Epic.
Wow. Obviously, the KOA want a little bit of revenge from what happened a few weeks ago when they lost to Matt Cage and Christian Rose, but only one of them can compete here, and it appears Aaron Epic is going to do the competing.
Yeah, Farmer Billy Hills went to Aaron Epic, and Aaron Epic more than happy to be the substitute for the Farmer, who is injured, is limping, and we'll get more updates on his condition in the coming weeks, I'm sure. But the bell has sounded now, and it is Aaron Epic versus Matt Cage.
This is quite the way to start this episode of Collision here tonight. Oh, an immediate super kick to the chest there. You've got two world-class athletes here, and this is an unbelievable way to start. Nice European uppercut by Cage, covering blows in the corner.
Yeah, he's a striker for sure, and we're seeing a lot of that in the opening minutes here of this contest as he whips him into the ropes.
Hip toss blocked there by Epic. Epic he's gotta get the revenge here for his team. And a 2 count only. But we should also mention that because of what happened to Team Overkill, as we get another 2 count, then in 2 weeks, Epic and Dunkerton will be getting a shot at the Pro Wrestling Collision tag team titles against Brandon Espinoza and Ace Hawkins.
That's right. Ace and Espy defending champions, as we've talked about before. And that'll be a great contest between two very popular teams here at Pro Wrestling Collision as Aaron Epic goes for the cover once again, but Cage is able to kick out.
And Matt Cage is almost insulting both the fans and his opponent by wearing whatever it is he's wearing on his head, a do-rag there. You know, this is almost insulting. And, you know, Matt Cage loves to taunt, loves to play the mind games as we get a nice back elbow there. And there you see Zakk Sawyer becoming involved. But if you notice, Sugar Dunkerton is also at ringside, so perhaps Dunkerton can neutralize Sawyer.
And Sawyer will take any kind of cheap shot he can throughout the match. Got to keep an eye on him for sure, ref.
And I guess we got Cage is getting serious now. A choke along the middle rope. He threw away his do-rag, and now Matt Cage is going to go to work.
Taking it to Aaron Epic now with a kick to the side of the head and one to the midsection.
And you notice what Dunkerton's doing. He's keeping this crowd into it, and that's so much of what makes Sugar Dunkerton special. You know, he's not only a great wrestler, but he's a great second. He's trying to keep this crowd into it, trying to get them into Aaron Epic and let him make a comeback.
And the car out here in Carbondale will certainly do that. The Boys and Girls Club, our host once again for Pro Wrestling Collision. We appreciate that. As Matt Cage now gets a couple of uppercuts to his face, but look at this, blocks the kick. It hits his zigzag there.
And, you know, a quick 2 count there, and it is worth noting, you know, I'm not sure if Aaron Epic would want me talking about this, but if you look at his right knee, he's noticeably wearing some extra padding there, and I believe he also wore it at the last Collision show. That might be something to pay attention to here tonight.
And I'm sure Matt Cage will take full advantage if he realizes what's going on. Of course, Matt Cage, a student of the game, always learning, always getting better in there, and teaching Zakk Sawyer the tricks of the trade as well, as we've seen throughout the weeks here on Collision 2.
Nice forearm there by Epic, a whip across as Cage is placed in the corner. Oh, a mud knee shot there from Matt Cage. A beautiful combination, but Epic comes back with the exploder.
And Matt Cage now is pretty much out of it at this point. Sugar Dunkerton kind of taunting him as Epic tries to get back up on his feet.
And again, trying to get this crowd back into things. It's worth mentioning Christian Rose is not here tonight. So Matt Cage has Zakk Sawyer. He's got that support in his corner. And later on, we may be seeing a little bit of vice versa with Sawyer challenging for the No Limits title.
Yeah, no doubt that Matt Cage has groomed Zakk Sawyer along the way, along with Christian Rose. But as you mentioned, Rose conspicuous by his absence as Aaron Epic now coming back full throttle.
Running clothesline to the corner, he lifts him up into the fireman's carry. A beautiful Finley roll by Epic. Down for the count, 1, 2, and no.
Cage able to kick out at 2. Aaron Epic looking to the crowd to summon some more support. Draw that power from the crowd. The fans mean a lot to these guys here in our ring.
And you know, when you've been driving 17 hours from the state of Florida to get here for Pro Wrestling Collision, maybe you need that extra bit of support.
Absolutely, everybody wants to be here.
And he calls that the kiss with the fist. And that is an unbelievable move, but Epic kicks out.
very evenly fought contest thus far in our opener here on Pro Wrestling Collision. This is episode 7. Thank you, fans, so much for tuning in here on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, a great partner with us, but we also have been able to showcase many of our matches. All of them have featured Matt Cage at youtube.com/Beyond Wrestling. They have done a great job of showcasing everything that Pro Wrestling Collision is about. Matt Cage just showed off what a great fisherman's buster he has, and he could be going for another shot with the knee.
Matt Cage is so talented, and he's setting him up here. Oh, Epic moves out of the way, though.
Going for those shotgun knees. That's a backdrop driver, drops Cage right on his head. Northern Lights bomb. Down he goes.
That's got to be it. Hooks the leg. No, Matt Cage.
These two guys have been packing quite the punch here in this match. They're going for pinfalls, and they're dropping bombs right away here as Epic lifts Cage up in waistlock.
Cage blocks that.
More forearms from Cage off the ropes. Here we go. Epic from behind with a waistlock, ripcord, and a short clothesline. A beautiful move. 1, 2, no.
Cannot keep Matt Cage down. Both these men fighting so hard in this battle here.
Got to give these two so much credit for opening up Collision here in fine fashion. Epic wants that revenge. And there is the money shot. Oh, Cage is so proud. Oh, he's hurt.
Hurt his knee in the process, though.
Well, when you take that padding off and you leave that bare knee, I mean, it does a great job of hurting Epic, but, you know, Cage is just as hurt.
And Epic is out on the floor here at the Boys and Girls Club. And referee Brandon Toll laying the countdown now.
Yeah, Brandon Toll has no choice but to make the count, but, you know, Matt Cage is recovering, but he's got to worry about if Aaron Epic gets back in this ring. He is not going to be happy with taking all of this punishment. And Zakk Sawyer maybe should have brought the Bengay with him to ringside because he's taking care of Matt Cage's knee.
Massage the knee there, was it enough? Epic meets a boot right to the side of the head.
Beautiful move there. Matt Cage, unhappy, just cannot put Epic away. Epic showing that fighting spirit that makes him one of the most oft-requested wrestlers in all of independent wrestling.
Yeah, Matt Cage obviously getting frustrated now. Trying to do something here with Epic.
Cage maybe calling for the end here, positioning him for something, for perhaps a Tiger Driver. A nice reverse, and right into the knee goes the face, and a big forearm.
Cage out once again. Can Epic get him into the middle of the ring and make the pinfall here as Zakk Sawyer on the apron? Sugar Dunkerton stops that. Oh, low blow from Matt Cage.
Into the small package,
and
he
handful
holds
of
the
tights.
Highway robbery.
Turn it on.
Matt Cage coming away with the victory here
Your
in
winner
somewhat
of the match,
controversial
Matt
fashion.
Cage.
But regardless, he again puts one over on KOA. We've been talking about it the whole time.
Matt Cage wants us to talk about it. Folks, he did it. Picked up a victory, albeit tainted. Aaron Epic on the losing end of this one.
Aaron Epic getting a nice hand from the crowd here. A great performance by him, and hopefully in 2 weeks they'll get a fair shake against the champions.
Hi, I'm Malachi Matthews.
And I'm JJ Garrett.
And tonight, we got a big opportunity here at Collision.
It's huge. It's huge. Dude, calm down,
What's it?
bro.
Dude, I know you're worried. Like, we got no gas money to get home, but it's a big opportunity here.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Look good.
We're good. What do you mean we're good? We had no money. We got no gas money.
Oh, yeah. Dude, where'd you get that, man? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Well, I mean, it's good. We got food now.
Yeah.
But who's
Bro, come on, man.
Whose wallet is that?
Come on. Just tell us. It's okay.
Castle?
The guy that we're wrestling tonight? Like us?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's no problem. It's no problem. At Collision, we're gonna set a new standard and what? Okay, let's.
The Boys and Girls Club saved my life. What I mean by that, growing up in the projects of Newark, New Jersey, a lot of negative temptations, drugs, gangs, a lot of bad things. So, mother and father both worked very hard to support the family. So they would say, go in the Boys and Girls Club, play, fulfill your dream. You want to make it in this NBA thing or NFL thing, go in there, play with other kids, but do not leave this building until we come pick you up. And that was my daily routine. But in there, I've learned how to become a people person. I've learned how to become a team player. I've learned how to become a nice guy. I've learned how to become a protector. I've learned how to become a leader. And that's all because of the Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Clubs, great futures start here.
For more information on how you can contribute to the Boys and Girls Club, visit bgc-cdale.org.
Got coffee? If not, head to Crossroads Coffee Company in Carterville. But not only do they have a variety of coffee and tea, you can pick up breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. That includes the Kevin Huns Burger, an 8-ounce Angus burger on a toasted ciabatta bun and topped with homemade chili, pepper jack cheese, waffle fries, and jalapenos. $2 of each burger goes to the American Cancer Society. Check out the new wine and beer selection and be sure to join them for open mic night. Crossroads Coffee Company, located off Route 13 in Carterville.
If it rocks, it's TAO Rocks. TAO Rock 92.7.
Our next contest is a tag team match set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Making their way to the ring, Reed Bentley and Alex Castle.
Reed Bentley and Alex Castle, not Adam Testa, not a fan of either of these two men, but they are positioning themselves towards a possible tag team title match, and these are two of the baddest men that you're going to see here at Pro Wrestling Collision.
Yeah, this will be our first time. He's griping about something, but
why do the wrestlers always come and ask us? We don't have the power around here.
First time we're seeing these two team up, although we've seen Alex Castle basically recruit Reed Bentley for this purpose of being his tag team partner.
Yeah, and their opponents. Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Jeff O'Shea, J.J. Garrett, Malachi Matthews, today's youth.
Today's youth, we've seen these three individuals here on Pro Wrestling Collision before. This is the first time that we are seeing today's youth as a team.
Yeah, and poor Jeff O'Shea may have gotten his team into trouble, as we saw earlier in a promo, stealing Alex Castle's wallet. That is going to do nothing to help the relationship between Alex Castle and Pro Wrestling Collision officials.
Well, and Alex Castle is such a vicious individual. He is a monster in the ring, and really likes to hurt people and just basically taunt with them. And I know that he has said he wants gold by the end of the year, so maybe he's looking at a route of picking up a tag team partner. We know he and Angelus Lane didn't have a whole lot of luck in their quest for tag team gold, but perhaps with Reed Bentley we'll have a different outcome.
And conspicuous by her absence is Angelus Lane, and I might get myself in trouble for saying this, but Castle and Bentley not going to give me the chance here. I'll get to that in a minute, but they are starting off right away on Matthews and Garrett.
Not taken too kindly to the newcomers, the young, or today's youth rather.
Nice comeback, nice pair of drop kicks there. And both of these young athletes, they are so new to professional wrestling, such a bright future, and I'm so excited to get to see these two kids live.
Yeah, they are part of Pro Wrestling Collision now. We're happy to have them here. as J.J. Garrett working with Reed Bentley now. Oh!
And Garrett taken up and over there. A nice shoulder tackle from the outside. Here comes Garrett in the ring. A beautiful leg drop to the back. I'm not sure if I've seen that before.
Nicely done. Could it be enough? Not quite.
A beautiful move there by Garrett, and that's what I talk about when I talk about potential. To see a kid do that kind of maneuver is something special, but let's not kid ourselves. Reed Bentley is also a spectacular athlete, as we see a spiral tap elbow there from Garrett.
Garrett with a 2 count there. A couple of near falls. Tagging in his partner now, Malachi Matthews. Double suplex coming up, perhaps.
One issue with both of these teams, actually, is that they don't have matching gear, but I think in the case of Matthews and Garrett, if they continue to team up and really establish that credibility, they're going to be a big part of this company moving forward.
Absolutely. Always looking for great tag team competition here, and we're getting the best of it right now as Alex Castle tagged in here.
So I mentioned earlier that Angelus Lane is not here tonight. Angelus Lane is at a prominent Chicago independent wrestling company tonight, actually wrestling 2 women. She has talked about being progress in wrestling men here in Pro Wrestling Collision, but she has taken advantage of a big opportunity in Chicago, wrestling 2 women, 2 world-class athletes. And I know that Adam Testa has been very unhappy on Twitter with Angelus Lane not making her bookings for Pro Wrestling Collision. We'll have to see how that develops. But for right now, Alex Castle misses a big running forearm to the corner, and not a smart move by Matthews.
Not at all. Can't get the big man up. And Matthews down to 1 knee after a headbutt here. He's stunned.
Nice move by Matthews here, and a big body slam, and he gets it.
Able to put him down, and can he pin him here?
Malachi Matthews eating his Wheaties.
Looks the referee only gets a 1 count, though. Will he tags in his partner now, J.J. Garrett back in. As they take advantage, they're taking full advantage of their time together in the ring, which is what a good tag team does.
Wheelbarrow splash there. Nice double team executed, and a quick 2 count by our referee.
Can't quite get that 3 count, but they are doing a good job of cutting off their ring as well and working over their opponents as Alex Castle now in the corner.
Well, you know, I almost think Garrett and Matthews have more tag team experience. Castle and Bentley have overall experience. Oh, look at these forearms. Castle is such a vicious individual. He doesn't care about Pro Wrestling Collision. He doesn't even care about these young athletes. He's just out to make Adam Testa and Pro Wrestling Collision officials, just wants to give them headaches.
He's been doing a good job of that, that is for sure. Oh, beautifully executed DDT through the ropes there.
Even Reed Bentley selling that one.
And Garrett is out. That could be it. No, able to kick out. I think if he would have hooked a leg, he might have gotten him.
Yeah, nice solid move there by Castle as he fires in more double axe handles as they're working over Garrett. But I think Castle and Bentley really need to work on their tag team work. Castle's been in there for quite some time, and this is what happens when you're not a cohesive tag team, not a regular tag team. You make these sorts of mistakes.
And Garrett was able to fight back for a moment there, but now just being tossed around. Outside the ring, being brought back in, but Bentley has been tagged in. What are we doing here? Look at this.
We see some of that continuity.
Oh!
Knee drop right into the midsection from Reed Bentley. A tremendous maneuver there. And Reed Bentley was trained by Billy Rock, the School of Rock. Billy Rock is one of the best technical wrestlers that you will ever see in independent wrestling. So Reed Bentley has that background going for him. But in addition, you know, he likes to incorporate some of the cheaper tactics of someone like Alex Castle or any of the other bad guys that he's watched. And this is just taunting. This is disgusting. I mean, this is not something that I think Pro Wrestling Collision wants to see.
Oh! That could do it. Takes the wind right out of his sails.
Beautiful maneuver there. I mean, Reed Bentley, regardless of what you think of Bentley and Castle, and, you know, I know that Adam has had his problems with these two, but these are 2 tremendous athletes who, based on their skill level alone, deserve to be in this company because they are 2 young, great athletes who deserve opportunities.
And they are getting that right now, and they are really taking a toll on young J.J. Garrett here. Oh, just kicking him in the side of the face. And now a shove to the referee.
You know, Reed Bentley is not a big fan of authority figures in professional wrestling either, as his history has shown. But, a beautiful face wash.
And one from Castle as well.
J.J. Garrett may have had a dirty face, but he may not have a face if he keeps eating
Referee
boots
needs to
like
get
that.
in here and establish something. These guys have a 5 count. Save made by Malachi Matthews. I think J.J. Garrett would have definitely not gotten out of that one.
Vicious form from Castle.
And look at this fight in this young man, J.J. Garrett, wanting to get back into this. Needs to really get out and make the tag. Castle's not going to allow that.
Gourd buster from Castle. Oh, an axe kick to the back, similar to what Ed Slade does. Another kick to the side of the face.
That could do it right there. Castle getting frustrated now, and you don't want to be in the ring when Alex Castle is frustrated.
Oh, Alex Castle is such a vicious individual. I mean, we've seen what he's done. We saw what he did to El Matador a couple weeks ago. We see what he says on Twitter. Very un-PG language, the banter that these two have had back and forth. And it's not something that I know that I'm a big fan of. But you know what? These two guys, Castle and Bentley, if they could put together a win here, I could see them challenging for those Pro Wrestling Collision Tag Team titles.
Absolutely, and they have cut that ring off once again. And J.J. Garrett is definitely hurt here, but he's still, you got to love the heart of this kid. He is fighting back and trying to get over there and tag in his partner, Malachi Matthews.
I'm going to make a sign for all of the wrestlers because they all seem to tell us to talk about things. I'm just going to have a sign that right in front of us that says, "We are talking about it."
This is not good. Matthews' face just stomped right into the mat.
You know, some people might say that Reed Bentley looks a little bit like Ed Norton from American History X, and we just saw a vicious curb stomp there from the School of Rock trainee.
And that was J.J. Garrett. I apologize. Misspoke there.
Matthews is the one with his name on his tights.
Yes. Couple of shoulder blocks in here now, and Garrett really needs to make that tag and get out of this match.
Garrett needs to reconsider his positioning here. Reed Bentley has one of the most vicious forearms that I've ever seen in wrestling. And there's that ripcord. And finally the tag is made to Matthews, but Castle is in as well.
2 fresh men in. Matthews, a house of fire. Sends Castle to the mat.
So running back elbow there. 1, 2, and no.
Bentley back in as well now.
Matthews here, picking him up in a nice spine buster. And this has got to give an opportunity to Garrett. Matthews is getting fired up.
Look out, Alex Castle wants some now.
German suplex, but could not hold the bridge.
Not nearly enough for a 3 count here. Tagging in J.J. Garrett once again. I don't know if that's the right choice, but we're not in there.
And there's an Enziguri, appears to be a flatliner there. I'm not sure he quite caught all of it, but we're going to see if it's enough here.
Goes for it.
Garrett is legal. Referee's got to get control of this thing. He's got to get 2 men out and 2 men in. Oh, and there's the Reed awakening there from Reed Bentley. And Garrett tried it. Enziguri, there it is. A kick to the side of the face from J.J. Garrett.
And people are just rolling all over the ring here.
And Garrett looks exhausted here. Oh, a nice discus clothesline.
Can he finish off Alex Castle?
You know, Garrett's taking quite a bit of punishment, but you got to give the kid credit for stepping up here and really taking control of this match over the very hated Alex Castle.
Oh! Nobody home there. And Reed Bentley moving in.
And Reed Bentley is going to take advantage of this. And, you know, that's what they have to do if they want to get some tag team gold. Here we go, Fisherman's Buster. Oh, Spike Fisherman's Buster, vicious.
That's got to be it.
And a big victory for Alex Castle and Reed Bentley as Reed Bentley does a little curtsy for us. That's nice of him.
Bentley and Castle picking up their first win as a tag team. And very impressive, I might add. But I still like today's youth as well. I think these guys have a future in them, and they're.
But this is uncalled for. They're beating up an injured man. Poor Jeff O'Shea broke his wrist, couldn't compete tonight.
Oh.
And there it is. Oh my goodness. The long kiss goodbye. That version of the Ace Crusher. Oh, Alex Castle just doesn't care. He doesn't care about Pro Wrestling Collision. Doesn't care about the referees. All he wants to do is win gold and make people angry.
Very sadistic individual, very sadistic tag team. But these guys certainly showed us something. What will be next for them, we'll find out soon.
Hold the microphone. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Get geared up.
Whew, I know. I'm done now. Whew. All right. Am I straight? Am I good? Finesse? I look finesse?
Yeah, you look good.
Good. All right. Maybe I button this up. I got to look good for the TV. I got to look good for the cameras. Got to look good. Whatever. I'm good. It's good. All right. Presentable. Presentable. Look at you. Focused. I love it. He's focused. Team Overkill here. Well, not really. It's just me, Team Overkill, but the intern here. My baby boy, Zakk Sawyers and Matt Cage. It's a big night. Tonight, I beat the man with the supposed best right hand, Aaron Epic.
Not at all.
And tonight, you gonna bring home, that hurt?
Yeah.
Does that hurt? Bringing home Joey O'Reilly's No Limits Championship. You excited?
Yeah.
You pumped?
Yeah.
You worked real hard for this.
I'm trying to get.
I know, you know how excited I am? You wanna know how excited I am? Let me tell you.
Tell me.
I was on Facebook last night. And I was talking to this girl. She hit me up. She was like, oh, Matt Cage.
Was she hot?
She was real hot. She was like, Matt Cage, I love Team Overkill. And I was like, oh, yeah, what's your name? She's like, Penny R. Legret. And I said, you are gorgeous. She was real excited. She says she's going to be here tonight. She's going to be here. Do you know her? Have you seen her before? Oh, okay. But tonight, it's your night to impress me, her, and everyone else.
I'm focused, man.
You're focused. What do you got to say for yourself? Get a phone call?
Hey, baby.
What? I can't believe this. Unprofessional. Unprofessional.
I'm gonna take this.
Take this. Let me tell you right now, Team Overkill is the greatest thing that has ever been in this company known as Pro Wrestling Collision. We prove it every time we step in this ring. We're not just a faction. We're not just a stable. We're not a group. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We're a gang. And tonight, gang warfare gets set into motion. You off the phone now? Good. Right here, the next Pro Wrestling Collision No Limits champion. And then maybe we'll talk about, me getting that title shot up off you.
Maybe.
It's not a maybe, it's a definite. So tonight, Joey O'Reilly, be prepared to lose that belt, buddy. You're going down, baby boy. What? Type 2? Irrelevant. Shoot him up, shoot him down, kill them all.
Running into the 15 to the pin, he's going to score. Untouched. It's a touchdown. Oh my.
105.1 Easy A.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Hagstrom.
I'm Kevin Huntsberger.
And I'm Adam Testa. And if you're looking for the smartest and snarkiest commentary on professional wrestling, look no further than From the Rafters Radio.
Sometimes Aaron Heller and Chet Smart join us, but, they're not really that important.
That's From the Rafters Radio each Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time at WGGH.net or Monster Radio, 1150 a.m.
Stream professional wrestling from an ever-changing library of great events and network exclusives like the fast-paced Lucha Libre of Chikara and the city-crushing shenanigans of Kaiju Big Battle. All that and a whole lot more coming your way every single month when you subscribe to shop.wrestlingiz.com. Get in on the ground floor of the industry's most groundbreaking groups and at a fraction of the cost of buying DVDs. Wrestling is headed into the digital age, and you can be part of it at shop.wrestlingiz.com.
All right, Matt Cage is instructing us to talk about it.
I'm telling you, I'm getting that sign. We're talking about it, Zach. Talk about it. I'm getting the sign, Kevin. I've had enough. I've had it up to here. I don't want to get harassed by wrestlers anymore.
Zakk Sawyer has earned this shot, beating Farmer Billy Hills on a recent episode of Collision. Had Farmer won, he would be getting a title shot against the heavyweight champion.
That is pretty refreshing. Guys earning title matches. You don't see that a lot in independent wrestling these days.
You do not. The very popular Joey O'Reilly. He is the No Limits champion, a fighting champion at that. But Zakk Sawyer, you know, we've seen him and Matt Cage earlier. These two work together very well, and I don't like Joey O'Reilly's odds for this contest, Jerome.
I am very concerned about Matt Cage being at ringside. We saw what happens when Team Overkill is at ringside. They get victories. That's what happened earlier tonight with Matt Cage defeating Aaron Epic. But Joey O'Reilly is the No Limits champion for a reason. He's one of the best wrestlers in this company. And, you know, it's pretty amazing. He's the No Limits champion, but he almost feels like an underrated guy. Zakk Sawyer is the leaderboard, is the top of the leaderboard, and O'Reilly almost has as much to prove here with that No Limits title as Zakk Sawyer does. And I would have to assume if Zakk Sawyer wins, he is a full member of Team Overkill.
Absolutely. You would think that would punch his ticket and he would be good as gold. But it'll be interesting to see here. As you mentioned, Zakk Sawyer so far undefeated here in Pro Wrestling Collision.
Yeah, has not taken a pinfall. Matt Cage, a running sick kick there by Sawyer.
That quick here.
In record time, no.
Wow.
That would have been a Pro Wrestling Collision record right there for Sawyer and won. And you got to love the aggressiveness, even if you don't like the tactics.
Not at all, but you know what? Joey O'Reilly is here to fight as well, and he's not going to take things laying down, that's for sure.
These two guys are not having a feeling out process.
No, Joey O'Reilly feels threatened off the bat, taking that boot right to the face.
Joey O'Reilly has had so much interaction with Team Overkill over these last 2 weeks. We get a nice spinning leg lariat. You know, he's been involved in multiple man matches. He's been involved with Rose and Cage, and coming up with survival mode. We're going to have to see what happens with O'Reilly, as you've got someone like Christian Rose who undoubtedly thinks he deserves a title match. Matt Cage thinks he deserves a title match. And here we have Zakk Sawyer, the intern, getting a title match here on this week.
Lots of people have their eyes on that No Limits Championship. And look at this, Joey O'Reilly, such a technician, and they're so fast.
That is athleticism, Kevin. Neither one of us could do that if we tried. We would injure ourselves, but Joey O'Reilly could just get up and then go do a shooting star press. A beautiful wrestling maneuver there by O'Reilly.
And Zakk Sawyer definitely in there with one of the best.
O'Reilly is a special athlete. The ability to do what he does as Sawyer takes him over, but he lands on his feet and Cage getting involved.
And Joey O'Reilly is going to have to factor in the Matt Cage factor as well. Oh. And Zakk Sawyer, such a goof sometimes, I think, but you know, he's doing something right. He's undefeated, as we've mentioned here in Pro Wrestling Collision.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unbelievable that somebody like him is undefeated here in Pro Wrestling Collision. Other than Heath Hatton, I can't think of anyone who's had multiple matches in this company that is undefeated.
And look at that. Set right into the turnbuckles. And shoulders right into the midsection of Joey O'Reilly.
Yeah, Sawyer here, you know, he doesn't have that high-flying advantage like he usually would against someone like Farmer Billy Hills or some of the other wrestlers that he's faced. I mean, Justice, but he has that size advantage here, and it appears he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, you want to keep Joey O'Reilly a high flyer, keep him grounded, and he keeps assaulting that lower back, that small back area. And now,
series of knee strikes right to that back, and now he's going to place one right in there. And if O'Reilly's going to be able to do those high-flying moves, he's going to need his back at 100%. But if Zakk Sawyer does a good job of working over it, O'Reilly's not going to be able to do those moves.
O'Reilly fighting back now. But Sawyer with a well-placed elbow. Hooks the leg. Is it going to be enough?
You know what I noticed about Matt Cage, Kevin?
What's that?
Never shuts up. Just talks the minute he gets out to the moment he leaves. And in the locker room, he's even worse.
Yeah, we're lucky he's not over here joining us so everybody can hear him. Perhaps I shouldn't say that so loud. He might end up over here.
No, just at ease, at ease.
Joey O'Reilly almost sent out to the floor, but I don't think Sawyer knows he's not on the floor. Look at this.
That slingshot DDT. Nice block there by Sawyer. German suplex countered by O'Reilly. Sawyer thinks he's smart. Maybe not so much.
Oh, foot stomp. A cheap way to get out of something.
Oh, and that kip up. Oh, again, showing off that athleticism. And there he shows off the strength of the belly-to-belly suplex.
Speed, strength, agility. Joey O'Reilly showing it to us all in this contest because, you know, that gold, it means a lot to everybody
and
here.
Maybe we saw a little bit of, we saw that, you know, we saw Matt Cage use the forearm earlier on Aaron Epic, and there we see Zakk Sawyer using a very similar maneuver.
Zakk Sawyer almost like a sponge absorbing what Team Overkill is teaching him, and it's paid off so far, and he's earned this title shot, and we can say that he has earned this opportunity.
Look, the two of us can wag our finger at the tactics of Team Overkill, but you can't argue with the success.
No, not at all. The talent is there as well. Not always used in the best ways, but you know what? He is getting a shot of that gold. Every wrestler's dream is to win championship gold, and that's exactly,
Well, if you're not in this business to win championship gold, I'm not sure what you're here for. As we go from behind, and O'Reilly executes a clothesline.
A block there, Joey O'Reilly.
Into the backbreaker, and a roll of the dice there by O'Reilly, and now he's gonna go for the cover.
Oh, look at that. The foot hits the rope.
Oh, Matt Cage is getting concerned. What's he gonna do here? He is wiping with the poster board that he ripped off earlier. Man, Matt Cage looking a little bit worse for the wear.
As Sawyer getting up to his feet now. Oh, but catches Joey O'Reilly.
Gutbuster there. A beautiful gutbuster.
Could be it. We have a new champion.
Not sure he quite got all of that lateral press there, but man, O'Reilly is in trouble, and Zakk Sawyer's cooking.
Zakk Sawyer, though, that face is getting etched with frustration as I think he thought he had him.
Here we go with the reverse by O'Reilly. Zakk Sawyer catches himself in the corner. Running clothesline. O'Reilly kips back into the ring. Off comes the elbow pad.
Oh,
look at that forearm.
Man, takes Zakk Sawyer down.
It's yet another reason I am glad to be at ringside commentating and not wrestling.
Absolutely, Jerome, as Joey O'Reilly now to the top. Does he have clearance for this flight?
He misses.
No one home.
Zakk Sawyer rolling in. Usually you see a lot of wrestlers roll out there, but Sawyer now, a brain buster.
That's got to be it.
That move has put so many wrestlers away. You know, you see so many guys, they use that, and it's lights out for their opponent. Maybe Sawyer didn't quite get the snap on the brainbuster that he needed to get the win.
Matt Cage is frustrated. Zakk Sawyer is frustrated. And Joey O'Reilly out of it here. Perhaps just a reflex when he kicked out there. As Joey O'Reilly comes back with an enziguri there. Matt Cage on the apron, and he gets a kick to the face.
Right in the face, and that'll shut him up.
But in his distraction there, well, Sawyer had him up, but O'Reilly able to get down in another enziguri.
The athleticism of O'Reilly is on task there. 1, 2, and 3.
That's it.
And you know, with Matt Cage being on
Your
the
winner
apron.
and still the No Limits champion, Joey O'Reilly.
I have to wonder if Zakk Sawyer was maybe a little bit distracted there, and maybe that inadvertently cost Sawyer the match.
Picking up his first loss here, Zakk Sawyer.
And I don't want to take anything from O'Reilly. I mean, this is a great title defense. He deserves to be the champion. But I think the story is that Cage was on the apron, distracting. And look at Cage now.
That frustration coming through here. This could be a dangerous situation for Joey O'Reilly. As Zakk Sawyer moves in now.
We got a double to off comes the pad. Here we go. There's the money shot again from Matt Cage.
And Joey O'Reilly is out. Referee Brandon Toll admonishing both men, but really nothing he can do.
There's nothing he can do here. He's not, he's a referee. It's not his job to keep these wrestlers physically apart. And Matt Cage is going to...
They're taking the title here.
Matt Cage wants it for himself, and Sawyer seems just as interested in the No Limits title as Matt Cage, and I don't blame him.
Neither one of these men is the champion. We need to make that point perfectly clear. Joey O'Reilly retained.
Yeah, Joey O'Reilly retained, but Zakk Sawyer's taking the... No, he's not.
Matt Cage didn't even wrestle in this match, but he wants that gold.
I mean, look, I understand Matt Cage wants the No Limits title. This is what everybody wants, and they're taking the belt. They are taking the No Limits title from Joey O'Reilly.
This is a robbery going on right here in front of our very eyes in Carbondale.
Oh, they're leaving the title. I guess in due time, they are going to get it, and once again.
We're talking about it. Gold taken away. Joey O'Reilly recovering in the ring here.
Tonight, I get my hands on Bull Bronson. Tonight, I'm going to make the big man pay. And tonight, I'm going to do it all for this man. You see, I'm not afraid of Bull Bronson's size. I'm not afraid of his power because I've beaten the best. And tonight, I'm going to lay another one to rest. Bull Bronson, we'll see you soon, big man.
Gave me a place to go. It started my kind of creative side. It's where I first learned how to really dance through a great program that was there. It gave you a sense of kind of like belonging. And so, you live in this neighborhood and you walk to this club and you go in there and all of a sudden you're part of something really big and amazing, it feels like. And at the same time, it feels like yours, like a club, like you're part of this great club. And I would dance and spend my afternoons there and then go home for dinner and dream about the next day and what we were gonna do. And it just gave me a great sense of hope and really, really kick-started my dreams. Boys and Girls Clubs, great futures start here.
For more information on how you can contribute to the Boys and Girls Club, visit bgc-cdale.org.
Got coffee? If not, head to Crossroads Coffee Company in Carterville. But not only do they have a variety of coffee and tea, you can pick up breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. That includes the Kevin Huns Burger, an 8-ounce Angus burger on a toasted ciabatta bun and topped with homemade chili, pepper jack cheese, waffle fries, and jalapenos. $2 of each burger goes to the American Cancer Society. Check out the new wine and beer selection and be sure to join them for open mic night. Crossroads Coffee Company located off Route 13 in Carterville.
Except for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. The winner will be the #1 contender to the Pro Wrestling Collision Heavyweight Championship. Making his way to the ring from Tarrant County, Texas, weighing 375 pounds, Bull Bronson.
Such a big, brutal, tough man. And Jerome, I know part of the reason why you haven't been here at Pro Wrestling Collision is because of that man, Bull Bronson, and his assault on senior ring announcer Bob Fester recently.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line, but, I'm going to do my job as a professional here, I know that Adam Testa and Alex Castle don't get along, but, I don't feel like it's my job to start feuding with wrestlers as Bull Bronson is preparing.
Waiting. And
here we
Shane
go again.
Rich might be a sitting duck here.
And his opponent.
This is going to start. Oh,
Look
no!
this. From St. Louis, Missouri, the serial thriller Shane Rich.
Shane Rich and Bull Bronson starting things up outside the ring. I don't even know if the bell has sounded here. Not even an official match, I don't suppose.
Not yet. I mean, the winner of this becomes the #1 contender. They will get a title shot at survival mode. We could see Heath Hatton wrestling the giant Bull Bronson, or we could see him wrestling his best friend, Shane Rich.
Be an interesting evening for sure. And Shane Rich, there's the bell. We're officially underway now.
It's the matchup we've been building up to for the last few weeks here or so. There's a lot of hard feelings amongst both men. Shane Rich, we mentioned that he and Bob Fester are sort of icons of Southern Illinois wrestling. And when Shane Rich heard about what happened, saw what happened to Bob Fester, he was extremely angry. He is the one that demanded this. This is why this match is happening, because Shane Rich asked for it.
That's right, and you sometimes need to be careful what you ask for. We mentioned Zakk Sawyer being undefeated here in Pro Wrestling Collision. We ought to note, too, that both these men in the ring also undefeated so far in their venture here in Pro Wrestling Collision.
Yeah, and they can also wrestle the undefeated Heath Hatton. So we're going to see the undefeated streak of one of these two men go by the wayside here, as these two men, some of the hardest hitting athletes that you'll see here in Collision. Rich going with the right hands. And if you notice, he's been using a brand new submission hold. He's not going to be able to pick up Bull Bronson for that TKO. So he's been working on a submission hold that can choke the big man out.
Absolutely. You take that air out of the blood flow away from a man's brain, you're going to put him out, and that's exactly what Rich's move does, and Bronson gets a 2 count here.
And look, with some of the decisions that Bull Bronson makes, it's obvious that his head is pretty fuzzy anyway. So Shane Rich, if he's going to go all the way, he's got to make sure he chokes the big man out. That is something that we're going to watch out for here tonight.
Yeah, Bull Bronson, though, the one doing the choking here. Referee getting in there to make sure that that is just a chin lock. And apparently it is. Shane Rich up on his feet, though. And Bull Bronson stops him with a big headbutt and tosses him back out to the floor here.
You know, earlier tonight, we saw some fantastic wrestling from Aaron Epic and Matt Cage. We saw the nice high flying from O'Reilly and Sawyer. These two men just want to beat each other up. There is no respect level. There is nothing here. These two men flat out despise each other. Ooh. And they will do whatever it takes to not only become the #1 contender, but possibly end the other's career.
Yeah, this may be, if not the biggest, one of the biggest grudge matches we've seen here in Pro Wrestling Collision. And both men battling it outside the ring here. They need to get it back inside. Referee Brandon Toll putting the count here.
Notice nothing that Shane Rich is doing is fancy here. He's just trying to keep the big man at bay.
Rich breaks that count, and Bull Bronson heading over to the concessions. I don't think he's getting a snack, though. Oh! As a high knee takes Bull Bronson down, and you don't see Bull Bronson in a position like this very often.
I'm just glad they're not over here by us, because if they do, I'm out.
And they are going all over the gym floor here at the Boys and Girls Club of Carbondale.
Here's a question. If he throws him into that vortex, does he go through the vortex like a Tom and Jerry cartoon?
I don't know. We want to find out.
There we go. Back into the ring. Obviously, this is danger territory here. I believe the referee is showing a little bit of latitude. I think they were out longer for a 10 count. But like Brandon Toll, like everybody here, wants to see a winner.
Absolutely. These two do not like each other. It's been documented through the weeks here.
A flatliner, and maybe Rich is going for it.
There it is.
Clutch. This is not that chokehold, but this is a move that has been popularized by wrestlers like Christopher Daniels, and this has won him a number of matches, and maybe it's going to win Shane Rich one here tonight.
Fans chanting tap. Shane Rich has got to be careful not to roll on those shoulders there. As Bull Bronson fighting a strong man and fights his way out of that.
I think this is the most trouble that Bull Bronson has been in up to this point here in Collision.
I would agree, Jerome. I've seen Bull Bronson wrestle all over this region, and I don't think I've seen him handled quite like this before.
Yeah, you notice he's resisting the efforts of Shane Rich there, and as Bronson slowly gets to his feet, comes off the ropes, leg misses. Look at Shane Rich kipping up here. Look at the athleticism, and that is where he has a distinct advantage, is the quickness and maybe a little bit of the stamina.
And Bull Bronson is out. Shane Rich.
Look at those right hands there from Shane Rich. Some beautiful, you know, there's nothing pretty about what Rich is doing, but it's effective. He's got to keep the big man down. He's got to work him over here, you know. It's nice to be able to do these pretty maneuvers and have fancy names for them, but this is, you know, it's different when it's two men having a fight and they don't like each other, as Bronson was slamming an elbow drop.
And Bronson made the call out on our first episode of Collision that nobody could beat him.
hard to argue with the success thus far, regardless of what you think of his attitude. Again, Bull Bronson is one of the baddest men in Collision, and part of the reason he has that level of success is because of his attitude, because he's such an instinctual individual. He's not someone that's going to go out and think. He's not a thinker, he's a doer. He's going to go out and shove Bob Fester. He's going to beat up El Matador. He's going to try to become the #1 contender, win the Collision title, and go from there.
And he's got that big arm just draped under the chin of Shane Rich, taking the air away from him. Shane Rich, you can see the agony etched on his face.
Shane Rich not only has to carry his weight, he's got to carry the weight of the big man here. And, you know, we're going to see in 2 weeks the tag team titles defended here on Collision. But this heavyweight title situation is as chaotic as any in this company right now. There's 3 men who believe they are the rightful champions. These are 2 of them. Hatton is the one with the physical title right now. And you've got to believe he's in the back watching what's going on. He has to be not only concerned, but he's got to be thinking about what's his strategy going to be against someone like Shane Rich, who he knows so well, against Bull Bronson, who's such a big man.
Absolutely. You know, Heath Hatton and Shane Rich have teamed up before. They are best friends, as we've mentioned.
Look at Shane Rich showing the heart of a champion, the heart of a lion. This is what brought him back, you know, after a dramatic motorcycle accident, coming here to Collision. This is what he's here for, to win that title. No matter who it's against Heath Hatton or anyone else, he wants to be the champion.
And it's going to take getting through Big Bull Bronson to get there. We've seen both these men just run through their opponents.
There's a jaw jacker. That's gonna disable the big man a little bit.
Drop kick as well. Here comes a second one. But Bronson just charges in.
Bob Fester's out here. I'm not sure why Bob's out here after what happened a few weeks ago, but he's trying to get Shane Rich back into things. Security's got to keep their eyes open.
Shane Rich said he was doing this match for Bob Fester, getting some revenge, but I think is also getting revenge for himself after what had happened the night that Bob Fester was shoved and assaulted. Shane Rich basically begging Chris Hagstrom to reinstate the big man.
Now look at this. Shane Rich taking him down in the STF and into the crossface.
And
he's got the crossface. He is breaking out a whole new bag of tricks here tonight to try to take the big man out.
Right in the middle of the ring as well. He's got him right where he wants him. But Bronson refusing, so stubborn as well, refusing to give up.
I mean, you got to question the effectiveness of this hold. Have you seen Bull Bronson's neck and his head? I mean, this guy is one of the biggest men in wrestling. People cannot appreciate just what a big man this is until you see him in person.
Yeah, seeing him on YouTube, seeing him on TV, one thing, but seeing him in person, a whole nother story here as Bull Bronson showing his strength. Look at this!
That's an angle slam there from Bronson. Bronson looks worse for the wear. He doesn't get a great cover, but he's got all of his weight on him, but again, only 2.
Shane Rich able to kick out as Bob Fester returns and is in the corner now of Shane Rich, a cheerleader, if you will, for him.
Look, Bob Fester is not a manager. He's not going to offer a lot of great advice to Shane Rich, but he's there for that moral support, and sometimes that's what you need to be successful in professional wrestling, is that support from who's ever in your corner.
Backbreaker now, and Shane Rich is feeling it, but Bull Bronson, I think that took some out of his sails as well.
Nice move by Bronson. Lateral press, 1, 2, and no.
Not quite enough for that 3 count. Both of these men fighting not just for pride and glory and bragging rights, but also for a shot at the Pro Wrestling Collision Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Heath Hatton. And look at this, biting him in the corner now is Bull Bronson.
Referee's got to step in here. Brandon Toll, he's, I understand the leniency, believe me. Brandon Toll's got to do his job in there.
Bull Bronson now setting Shane Rich to the top rope.
I'm not sure about how smart of a maneuver this is. That Shane Rich actually has the height advantage now. Oh, no.
He says this is it. Look at that. Those ropes are bowing for sure. Hope our crew reinforced the ring. Headbutts Shane Rich fighting it back. did not want to get suplexed off that second rope.
By Bull Bronson, I would pass on that too. Shane Rich doing everything he can to get out of that.
High cross body, but look at that. And Bull Bronson setting him up now.
It could be second splash time. This is the danger zone for Shane Rich. He's got to get out of the way.
Here.
Oh,
no. Just out of it. That's it. What?
Shane Rich.
Shane Rich just kicked out of that. I can't believe it. All that weight coming down from that second rope.
And you know when you see Bob Fester, that white coat is indisputably, undoubtedly why that Shane Rich is able to get out of that. Doing this for Bob Fester.
And Bull Bronson now taking a walk, coming
over
our way.
Why is Bull Bronson coming over here?
Telling our ring announcer Chad Smart to give up his chair.
He's got a chair. Security's got to.
Smart for Chad's safety.
Security's got to keep an eye on this. Bob Fester. Where's security's got to step in here?
Bob Fester may get his hair parted here once again.
Brandon Toll's got to do something. This needs to stop. What is Bob Fester doing?
Fester.
Where is security?
In the danger zone. Look at this. Shane Rich just dove.
That was a desperation dive.
Sacrificed his own body to help Bob Fester.
How often do you see Shane Rich dive between the top and the middle rope?
And they are fighting headbutts right here, right out in front of us. Shane Rich taking it to Bull Bronson here.
They need to pay attention to the count, though.
I don't think anybody's listening to the count right now. There's so much hatred here.
Brandon Toll has seen enough from these two guys. They have stretched the rules. Back and forth they go.
And they are right in front of us, Jerome Cuson, and the bell is being called.
I'm getting out of here.
Referee calling for the bell. As Bull Bronson now twisting the head.
The referee has counted out both men. This match is ended in a double countout.
Now that's a curious thing because this was to determine a #1 contender. Owner Chris Hagstrom here.
Hey! Stop it, all right? This is supposed to be for a #1 contendership, where the winner would be the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship. But guess what? Since we didn't get a winner, coming up on May 25th at Survival Mode, it is now a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh! Bull Bronson doesn't care. I don't think the gold matters at this point. Chris Hagstrom just made the match survival mode. It will be Bull Bronson versus Shane Rich versus champion Heath Hatton, folks. That's going to be an incredible one. And Heath Hatton now coming out as Jerome Cuson joins me once again.
I'm not sure what ringing the bell's quite going to do here, but we see Shane Rich. Bull Bronson
just
won't go down.
Rolls out of the ring. Survival mode going to be a big night, literally.
3 men fighting for one title, and we see Heath and Shane in the ring. It's not one-on-one, but they will be competing for that heavyweight title.
They all want that gold.
I mean, look, Shane Rich and Heath Hatton, they just want to be the champions, to be a model for Southern Illinois wrestling. Bull Bronson wants it because he doesn't care about this company, and he wants it despite everyone, including Bob Fester. And it's good to see Bob Fester getting into the ring here with Heath Hatton and Shane Rich, 2 of the best wrestlers in Southern Illinois. This is what we like out of our wrestling here in Carbondale and at the Boys and Girls Club.
Leading by example, Heath Hatton and Shane Rich. Folks, May 25th is going to be a heck of a night.
And in 2 weeks, we're going to see the tag team titles. You're not going to want to miss that. YouTube.com/BW Collision, Twitter.com/BW Collision for all the information and details.